Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. It's really cold now all of a sudden. I feel like winter's really started to kick in as of like this week. The dark evenings have been really hard to deal with. It's definitely been a case of going up to the stables a bit earlier to bring Vossi in, because the rule at the stables is we have to bring all the horses in before dark. So of course they're all coming in a lot earlier, which means I have to go up there earlier to finish them off. Anyway, that being said, and obviously probably gathered by the title too, Vossi is actually coming home back to my parents. I did share on my stories, and I did also do a TikTok and Instagram. For those of you who do follow my other socials, you would have seen. But the main reasons were that I have a lot of work commitments in London in November, which basically requires me to leave the house at like 6 a.m. and not return until like 10, 11 p.m. It's one of those months where I think everyone wants to get together before Christmas. So that being said, I can't go to the stables and look after Vossi as I should. Now I'm actually going to be heading up the yard because today is moving day. Obviously, over the last few days, I have been doing sort of preparations. So yesterday was the worst day because it was hammering it down with rain. And as you can imagine, with the paddock already being very wet, it was very difficult for me to sort of restore the paddock back to factory settings, because I'd put some electric fence posts in to sort of separate his paddock a bit. I had to go and obviously poo pick, so I had to take a wheelbarrow down there that was literally sinking. I had to clear up all his old hay, so I sort of like used my fork to get as much old hay up out of the mud as possible. I've also taken some stuff down that Dad put up with his drills, so you know, my cameras that I had up in my paddock in my stable. I had a rug rack outside the stable. I had like a saddle rack, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's all been taken down. So today literally is a case of load it all up on the trailer, pop Vossi on and head back. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But there's always something that, you know, I am going to try and squeeze as much of it on the trailer as possible so I don't have to go back, because, you know, the back and forth is quite exhausting. And then I've obviously got to unload it all the other end and move in again to the parent stables. So it's going to be a very, very busy day for one. But I'm going to bring you guys along, mainly because I want you to see Vossi's reaction when he sees Ozzy again, because he just gets so happy, bless him, when he sees him. So yeah, without further ado, let's head to the stables. Guys, it's been a manic morning. I forgot to update you all as I've been getting on my jobs. I have just been in the process of hitching up, turned Vossi outside his stables, he wasn't standing all his poo, loaded up the feed bins, loaded up all his stable stuff, cleared out his like stable cupboard. And I just turned around and look who's here! Ash has only gone and bloody got me my favourite caramel latte from Costa. And what's this? What's that? Why have you got me something?
One that's been in my house for ages for you. I've not.
Oh,
Yeah, just a little something.
that is so sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my lovely.
Always got you.
Right, I'm going to leave it there and catch up with you guys in a bit. Well, we are currently on wheelbarrow number 3 of clearing out the stable. And when I say I have been running this bed down for a week, trying to take out excess shavings, so I wouldn't have to take 10 wheelbarrows out today. What can I say? Hunterwood shavings just keep giving and giving. So yeah, I've cleared out as much of them up as I can. So these clean shavings, I'm now just going to pop in the wheelbarrow and just put in the trailer so I can reuse them in the trailer for when I travel Vossi around to shows or whatever. So yeah, just going to pop these in, put them in the trailer. I've cleared out my cupboards. So yeah. Oh, sad times. The stable is all emptied. Cupboard's emptied, which means it's now ready for the next horse. Vossi's just very quickly having his breakfast. And then I'm going to exercise him before we head back, just so he doesn't go extra loony out in the field, because he stayed in yesterday because the weather was horrific and his paddock was a bit too wet to put him out. One thing I am going to miss is how fit he is right now. And I know I'm going to have a battle on my hands again when he goes back home with his belly because of how much grazing we have. But yeah, making the most of looking at this gorgeous toned body, Mr. Vossi. Hey? Your big belly's going to come back, I know it is. Have to work very hard to keep it down. Tell you what else is going to be going down, my hay bill. He's going to have a lot less hay now, which is also another positive. Hey, darling. Hello, say hello to everybody. Yes, you're a good boy. waiting patiently, aren't you? Good boy. Of course, just before heading home, I am going to give Vossi a quick lunge just to get the energy out of him because he stayed in yesterday. And the second he gets home, he will be going out in his paddock. So just stretching those legs. Just before I pop his Pessoa on, I'm just letting him have a nice loose walk and trot around the school. It's a little bit windy, hence why I've got his lunge rug on this morning. Hey, Mr. Vossi, when he does that little head swing, I know he's usually feeling a bit fresh. Just changing the rein now. Good boy. Come on, Vossi, trot on. You're being a bit slow. A bit sluggish, Mr. Voss. Come on. Good boy. Just popped on his Pessoa, so I'm just going to let him adjust to it in walk first before popping him up into a bit of trot work and canter work. Good boy, Voss. I absolutely love it. I know people have very conflicting views on it and it's quite a controversial aid, but I genuinely believe it really helps Vossi and he prefers having it on as opposed to having nothing. Because I find when he has nothing on, he just brings out the attitude and he tends to go a bit wild, whereas as soon as he's got a little bit of contact and connection to the bit, he just focuses a bit more and, you know, moves nicer. Come on, walk on. Would like that walk to be a little bit more forward, but I'm trying to film with one hand and lunge with the other. Really, I should have a lunge whip to just encourage him to move a bit more forward. Good boy. Good. Nice trot work, Vossi. Good. I've just been working on different trots now. I've been working on a steadier trot and then a medium trot. Good. And steady. Woo-hoo. Steady, Vossi. Just steady. Good. And open up that trot. Trot on. Good. And canter. Good boy. Lovely jubbly, Mr. Voss. Good boy. Come on. A bit more forward. He really struggles to relax through his neck in canter. Come on. I'm going to push him forward a bit. Need to get those show jumping ways out of you, Mr. Vossi. Come on. Relax. And trot. Good. Good boy. So I've just taken the Pessoa off, and at the end of the sessions I like to just let him have a good 8-minute cool down with nothing on. Just let him cool those muscles off, stretch his head down nicely and just relax. Good boy. Well, just finished lunging him. Look how nice and relaxed he is. Such a good boy. Good boys. Right, I can't believe everything has actually been packed in one. I mean, look, we've even gone as far as, I say we, Ash helped me with the baling twine idea. We've even gone as far as baling twine the wheelbarrow so it doesn't move in the journey and scare Vossi to death. I honestly thought I was going to have to do 2 journeys, guys, but as long as Vossi goes in and doesn't have a heart attack, which he probably will do, but we'll get him on either way, I think it's a job well done. Well, that's everything packed. That's Vossi loaded. Said my goodbyes. I'm so sad to be going, but I know that once the perfect paddock and stable come up, I will be here permanently, which is the most exciting thing. So now we're about to head off home and do the move back on the other end at Mum and Dad's. So I will catch you when we get there. We are back home. Mum's opening the gate so we can take him off. Mr. Vossi, do you know where you are yet? Do you know where you are yet, Mr. Vossi? You're back home. Wait. Good boy. Monster munchie. Good boy, Voss. Hey, good boy. I feel like that was a bit of an underwhelming experience. Last time we saw Ozzy, he got really excited, didn't he? This time round, he's not bothered. Oh, look at that. Oh, Voss. Oh, Voss. Aww. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. There's a nice shot of Ash's arse. We are currently... I'll have to move around here.
That's my ass.
We are currently trying to... We're trying to put Vossi's new Alpha Plus Oil Bailey's shaft in his feed room and organise my space at the same time. But we haven't got much, so we can't put the whole bag in. Right, so stop.
Stop. Right. Me.
Yeah. I think I opened the bag a bit too much.
Do you have... Oh. I'll run to my car. I've got Gorilla Tape in my car. We'll take it off a bit.
Yes, Ash! With our Gorilla Tape.
I'm going to get the Gorilla Tape off that. So maybe some wellies as well.
Perfect. Here we go. One feed bit of his Alpha chaff by Bailey's, of course, my wonderful sponsors, and his performance balancer in this one. Doing a bit of organising, guys. So we've got supplements up there, of course, washing machine for the rugs, bit more storage going on here, saddle pads, we're moving my storage box here that I had outside my stable at the yard, rug rack, more storage going on there, my cake stand for my 30th that's just gonna chill there, and more storage here, just loads and loads and loads. So in the middle of unpacking the car and the trailer basically, whilst Mr. Voss is grazing happily with Ozzy. Right, storage room is complete. I'm happy with the organising there. Storage boxes fit quite nicely there. So this is actually where I'm keeping a lot of stuff, believe it or not. I've got a lot of rugs in there. I've got my Pessoa in there. It's mainly rugs, I'm not gonna lie. And then I've got more rugs in that corner. All my saddle pads, I've still got about 10 in my car, but I haven't got enough space there. A lot of hats and bits and bobs in there. Washing machine for rugs, as I said. Rug rack to hang up any wet rugs, whatever. First aid stuff here. Feeds there. My feed area is here where all my feed bins are kept. Supplements over there. And a few ribbons and stuff over the years are kept there. So all in all, storage is done. And I'm happy. Oh, would you look at these two? We just had a massive downpour and it's 4 o'clock. So I was like, let's just bring them in. And safe to say, Mr. Vossi is a happy pony. Are you happy boy, Mr. Voss? Are you happy boy? Oh, look at these cuties. Cutie boys. Well, that's the move done, guys. I'm back in the car because I'm now going to take Ash out for lunch to treat her as a thank you for helping me move all my stuff back. So I'm going to leave it there. Voss was an angel as I expected him to be. He was happy to be back, head down munching on his grazing that he is so happy to have. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.